All right, so first of all, I just want to start off by saying, like, I don't take anything these guys say seriously because they're so out of touch. Like, it's unreal. And I want to make sure I'm very clear about this. I'm not saying that women don't play these games, and I'm not saying that these games don't have an overwhelmingly female player base. That's not what I'm saying. It's like the 2020 equivalent of doing the crosswords in newspaper, right? You're not doing tabletops, you're doing crossword puzzles. You know, some of it's cultural, like some of it's like, oh, I'm in the gaming community, I'm in the gaming culture, blah, blah. And then there's people who like casually do The Sims. That's all they play. They don't really consider themselves like, oh, I don't really play games, I just like have a game I like, right? This was the tweet. And it's, first of all, it's a girl playing, what is that? That's not CSGO, what is that? I don't even know what that game is. Because I'm just a girl gamer, you know, I play Bejeweled and whatever. And then my favorite line. This is it. Gals love game. Oh, my voice. Ooh, sorry, I think my balls are dropping. Gals love gaming just as much as men, according to a report by Entertainment Software Association. Anyway, so that was the tweet. So that in and of itself was just like, let's see what you think women love to play. And I was expecting it to be like World of Warcraft, Hearthstone probably, The Sims, yeah, obviously, right? That's a fairly female-dominated game. This is problematic because what you're saying is like, these are the online games that women like, all right? Which is, first of all, weird. The phrasing is bad, all right? I get that. And I get that this is not what they were going for. What she was trying to say is like, here are games that are dominated by women. That's what should have been the title of the article. Or here are the games with a mostly female fan base. Okay, and there's another thing. They say online games like 4 times, right? What's on the list here? Solitaire and Bejeweled? Those aren't online games. I'm gonna get my radio voice on. You guys ready? Playing online games can be an amazing distraction from a long day on the job, a much-needed break from an intense news headline, or a way to engage with friends and loved ones with a side of friendly competition. And yes, playing games is totally an acceptable form of self-care. While online games have no gender attached to them, and many women enjoy everything from a puzzle quest to a sports match or a fight-oriented game, there are some games that a female player tend to gravitate towards. Oh man, and the narrative keeps changing too. Like she says it's online games, which some of them are, but most of them aren't. And then she says it's for relaxation, sure. And now it's 25 free online games. Is that what this was for? This 25 free online games for women? Should that have been the title of the article? Oh, fuck it, we'll do Karen. All right, give me a second. Okay. All right, we're gonna go through this list. Are you guys ready?
So that I said like
almost everything are
just
reading. Who says coding is just for males? Certainly not me or the 4 girls on the engineering team that I'm a part of. Let me go text my 4 girls. Hold on. Okay, I told them. We're not done. We're almost done, you guys. We're gonna get through this. The favorite youth pastime. Wait a minute. Huh. So like, not only does this, you know, enforce negative gender stereotypes, right? Like it's not even just from a feminist point of view, right? All weird fucking data aside, and I'll get to the data part in a second. All weirdness aside, like this is such a poorly written article. I feel like it was slapped together. Like we surveyed game developers, pro gamers, and everyday players to bring this list of 25 free online games for women. Like, did anybody proofread this? It's just so poorly written. Like half of these games aren't online and 75% of them aren't free. Like nobody like bothered to check. And then on top of that, now we're going to get to the data part, all right? Here we get to like things I used to do. First of all, why the hell are we taking ages 35 to 54? That's insane. Is there like any data that shows gender across Twitch or just gender across like any gaming site? Steam even, probably not. But that would be much more compelling data. Like if we looked at women who are on Steam, I mean, oh my God, I could write such a better article just based on that. If I just took a sample size of every single female, not just, first of all, oh God, what data did you get? Is there any cited anything? Did anything get cited? No, there's nothing. And then it has nothing to do with this statistic. Wait a minute, these two statements have nothing to do with each other. 41% of 200 million players 41% are female. And then there's 77% of women ages 35 to 54. These two statements have nothing to do with one another. 75. Oh my God. Okay, guys, we're going to learn a lesson in advertising right now. Are you guys so excited? Because she inferred the wrong conclusion from the data that she had. All right. I want to say that again. She got the wrong conclusion from the data that she was presented with. All right. 70% of all people who have purchased Disney Code Illusion are female. All right. That's the statement. All right. And she took that as, who says coding is just for males? Which, first of all, as somebody who writes code, this is an insane fucking statement. All right, so let's just assume that this is 100% accurate. Let's say 70% of all the people who purchased this are female, all right? And she thinks that it's the women who are playing it to teach themselves coding. I'm going to give you guys another example of why this is so fucking stupid. So I worked at a company that sold discounts, right? And one of the things that we sold discounts for was NASCAR driving adventures. So you'd get behind the wheel of a NASCAR-like thing, or you would sit in the passenger seat of a NASCAR and a professional driver would drive you around the track, right? And it was like 85% of purchases were from women, right? So you're thinking, wow, women really want to drive in a NASCAR. No, the women were buying it for their husbands. And 90% of those fucking purchases had the I'm gonna move this away so I'm not yelling in your ear. Had the happy birthday, sweetie. It was for their sons, their brothers, and their husbands. That's why 85% of the women were buying the NASCAR set. They didn't give a fuck. Some of them did. So I'm not being sexist. Like, a lot of them were like super into it. But guess what? It was women, 85% women, and I think like 70% of them were above the age of 50. These were women, older women, buying it for their sons, buying it for their husbands, and buying it for their brothers, cousins, whatever. That is who was purchasing it. 70% of people who purchased Disney's Code Illusion, this game for children to teach children how to code, I bet you 60% of them are buying it for their kids. Doesn't matter if the kid's a girl or a boy. That's irrelevant. That's what how did you infer from 75% or 70% of people who bought diapers were women? I guess women wear a lot of diapers. Sorry, I know I'm swearing a lot. Why? I bet you any money that this woman was like, oh yeah, well, women buy it for their kids. And she was just like, what? Women buy it? Perfect. Let's throw it in the article. Just taking out the female aspect of it, this is one of the stupidest articles I've ever seen in my life.